Hello, and thank you for joining us on another episode in our Save a Seat series here on Patreon. As always, I'm your podcast host, Chloe, and today we are continuing our issue 11 Women Who Contributor Chat series. But I am sitting down with the IU Kelly School of Business Indianapolis students that were featured in Alabia Prasad's piece. And we're just talking about IU Kelly School of Business, their programs, the lessons that they've learned. In our Spotify episode, we got to hit on some of the experiences that Alabia wrote about. So we are going to dig deeper with our students here and talk about some exciting stuff that they have experienced in their collegiate journeys. So thank you all for joining me once again on this podcast. It's really great to have you guys here and to get to give a mic to students at IU Kelly School of Business. They have fiercely supported Moore's mission for a long time, so it's very meaningful to us to get to give back. But I'm going to turn it over to you, and if we want, we can go in the same order, but I would love to know what the biggest lesson that you have learned during your time at IU Kelly School of Business, Indianapolis, whether that's been inside or outside the classroom as part of your internships, something that a mentor told you. It can really be anything, but just something that stands out in your experience. We can start with you, Anna.
Yeah, I would say the biggest lesson is just stepping out of your comfort zone. Um, it sounds simple and oversaid, but it's very much true. I think most of the opportunities that have come my way is just being able to take that first step, even when I wasn't completely sure of myself. Just one coming to Indianapolis, I live 2 hours away from a small town. Um, so that being the first step, and then the Business Plus program, I wasn't even gonna do it at first. And I was like, you know what, like I'm just gonna try it out, like see what happens. So far it's led me to great places and at Elanco and even my upcoming internship at Eli Lilly. So I would say that would be the biggest lesson, even in just making friends as well. So
Yeah. Sometimes the simplest advice can be the most effective. So
right.
even if
Right.
it's been said a million times, that probably means it's true.
Right.
Yeah. Great advice, though. I think it's so important to continue to widen your circle and put yourself out there because you never know until you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it.
I try. What about you, Pawanjeet? What would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned during your time?
Well, certainly I'd like to emphasize Anna's point. Like, a lot of growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone. But in addition to that, for me, I would say I learned the hard way is to stop like doubting yourself before you even start. It's easy to kind of talk yourself out of taking the step of like the leap of faith. It's easy to talk yourself out of taking that first step that can open the doors to so many things. And I learned that through Business Plus, like I wasn't going to apply at first either because I was like, who's going to give me an internship? That doubt, that seed of doubt is always there and it's very hard to eradicate. But once you kind of get a hold of yourself and you're like, yes, I can do this, that's when the real opportunities start coming to you. And it's also that opportunities are everywhere. Like, it's not just you can't expect yourself to get something if you do nothing to get there.
Yeah.
That's another lesson I learned. Like, it all comes from being proactive and taking charge of your own future. No one's going to do these things for you. You have to do it yourself. And yeah, that's one of the most important lessons. Some of the most important lessons I've learned. So
Right. And I do think that imposter syndrome is very real, especially for women. We are so predisposed to doubt ourselves and belittle our accomplishments and not put ourselves out there for things. And I think, especially with younger generations, we're deprogramming ourselves from that and learning like, yes, I do deserve these opportunities and I deserve to be, have a voice and be present in the rooms that I am in. So
yeah.
you're continuing to champion that.
I just like to say too that it's very easy to applaud others for their accomplishments, but it's hard to applaud yourself for your own accomplishments. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I did this, but then you're like, oh, I did do this, and it's hard to like have that sense of achievement for yourself. And I think that's something that most women need, a lot of women, including myself, need to like take a hold of.
Yeah, yeah. take a moment and appreciate how far you've come and everything that you've done. Absolutely. And again, last but not least, Kimberly.
Yes, thank you. That was really good advice from both of you. I feel like I needed to hear that when I was an underclassman, but now that I'm a senior at IU Kelly, I feel like one of the biggest lessons I learned is investing in mentorship. And I know, Chloe, you mentioned earlier too how you can both be a mentor and a mentee, kind of bringing people with you as you go within leadership. But especially with my professional experiences, I've had a lot of great managers invest in my growth and professional development. And I wouldn't be here without so many others who have advocated for me, who have uplifted me, who have helped encourage me when I was doubting myself as well. And so I think just investing in mentorship just helps so much, being able to have people who will advocate for you and then doing the same for others as well. I feel like has been really fulfilling too, just being able to give back to other students who were previously in my shoes or who need advice, things like that. I think that's something that I've really tried to focus on in my undergraduate years.